Canada's top 10 is now well underway at TIFF Bell Lightbox, and it's well worth checking out for anyone who either missed one of these titles when they played at TIFF last fall, or anyone who simply wants to get a jump on these films before they have their commercial debut later this year. For the first time, TIFF's Winter Sidebar, which is dedicated to the best Canadian feature films and shorts of the previous year, has become a fully fledged festival in its own right. And that means a couple of big scores in terms of events, one of which is an onstage conversation between Denis Villeneuve and his now two-time star Jake Gyllenhaal, and the other of which is a chat between artistic director Cameron Bailey and Toronto filmmaker John Grayson, who has recently been freed from prison. Both seem like good bets, but I think the real story here is the caliber of the films that made it on the list. This is a strong crop, following from an already impressive lineup at last fall's festival. In terms of sheer visual impact, I think you can't really go wrong with either Jennifer Bajwal and Edward Burtynsky's film Watermark, which has some of the most striking photography of any documentary produced in the past year, or Shane Amen and Seth Scriver's surreal animated farce Asphalt Watches. Among the rest of the highlights, I'd single out three very different films that I think are some of the best here. Villeneuve's Enemy, Denis Cote's dark gothic drama Vic and Flo Saw a Bear, and Michael Dowse's charming romantic comedy The F Word, which feels sort of like one of those raunchy 1990s CanCon offerings in some way. Villeneuve and Cote's films are especially noteworthy, I think, for having two of the most bullishly confident and hard-hitting endings in recent Canadian film, at least since David Cronenberg's Videodrome. They're not modest in the way that we typically think of Canadian films being modest, and I think that's a good thing. This is Angelo Muredda for RealTomErntz.com.